Matchmaker, matchmaker, make me a match. Wrong story. Yo, dear, you're looking a little bit morbid there. How come you're so dark? What's wrong with you, man?
It makes me sad that you always leave me alone. Never let me talk.
I don't always leave you out, man. I don't have time for you to be here with me on camera, man. We got to review sets for everyone. Everyone keeps asking me, review more sets, do more. Okay, I'm trying.
I look like this because the stories you're about to tell about these sets make me sad. Why they gotta be so sad?
Yeah, I don't know why, man. Fairy tale. Fairy tales are very grim, man. Hey, at least you can't catch COVID, like me.
Well, Scottie, at least you're still alive. Damn it. We still love you.
Oh, thanks, dear. Thank you so much. Yo, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to Brickmeupscottie. I'm Scottie, who you're watching Mesa, where I sell alternative brick brands for the online store because of you guys, and I review them. Anyway, well, finally, we're looking at two more books, fairy tale books from Wekki. You know I love the other ones so much. If you haven't, go watch them. All the information is there. We'll waste no time, and we'll look at these two today. So the first one we're going to look at is from Wekki. Snow White Fairy Tale Book, 506183. They do not specify how many pieces are in these sets, but it's not too many. Here's a quick look at the box. I think the box presentation is actually amazing. The artwork and the design on both of these look really, really good. But it's one of those boxes that has to be torn across to open. It's like, you know, that sucks, man. So you're gonna have to break this box. And I think some of you have ordered this from us. We can send it with a box. Sure, no problem. Might cost a little bit more. But these ones aren't too bad, and they're pretty durable, which I like. But yo, nice theme, nice look, nice color. Same deal as the other ones. Good presentation. The back there just kind of shows you what the product looks like open, which of course I will show it to you anyway. The sides have a little bit more decoration there. This side as well. And cool, screw the boxes. I'm gonna bypass the manuals. They're exactly the same as before. Easy to read. Trust me, man, it's all good. Let's look at the first book. Finally, Snow White. We kind of knew it was hidden. It was gonna be the next set coming out. I'm so glad they made this, and I really hope they continue these series. I think they're amazing. It's probably not that popular because not a lot of people know about it. I think I'm the only one that's reviewing these fairy tale ones. I swear, man, these fairy tale books are so amazing. They're so good. What I don't like about these fairy tale books is, yes, those are all stickers that you see on the front. There are some prints, not a lot, but does it ruin it? You guys can see for yourself right there. What do I think? You definitely need the name. The border parts you probably don't need, but everything else makes up for the set. So here's a look at the front. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's prettiest of them all? You can actually kind of see what's going on inside, so it might be obvious what scene they're taking Snow White from. But the mirror itself, like, it's only the outside that looks really good. I love the gold pieces. Like the outline and all the pieces are all chromed out. Even the corners of the books looks really good. The only thing is, could it have looked more like a mirror? Like, make that a little bit hidden so you can't see what's inside, or use transparent bricks to kind of cover that up. I mean, it's great as it is. I just wish it looked more magical. I think that's the word I was looking for. But from this perspective, looking through the camera, I think it really still looks quite good. And I'm glad that each and every single book is totally different from one another. You know, you got the staircase here that goes into this mirror, and a couple more little, like, lights, I guess you would say there. And a little crown on the top. I like the white. It really goes well with the gold. So you've got stickers going over tiles, and then you got these big panels that's not really bricked out, and there's just a couple of downsides to these sets, but man, it still looks really good. Here on the side, they do the same type of latch that you've seen in all the books. They open and close very easy, like that. We look on the back here. Ooh, look, it's a prince's ass. The guy standing there, that is a really tight fit, man. He does fit in there. And you got these two trees almost blocking him, but they did manage to fit that in there. Unfortunately for this book, the back is not much going on. It's almost like they're seeing what's inside, as opposed to the other ones where they actually made like an extension or a balcony. Just go watch the other ones, man. They're so good. Continuing on this side here, nothing there. All the same as the other ones, the spine of the book. And then along the top, you got the bookmark. Now, I'm usually really impressed with the bookmark, but this time I'm like, I mean, I get it. They have a basket there. They have an apple. I think it was supposed to have 2 apples, but I couldn't find the other one. I lost it somewhere. I have plenty of those spare somewhere. But anyways, basket of apples. Snow White gets the apples, right? and she bites the bad one. But I kind of wish that was like a little bit something different, or the yellow's throwing me off. Kind of wish that was a better bookmark. This one and even the upcoming one, they're not my favorite bookmarks. The other ones were like so crazy. They were so good. These ones were like downers, man. So we all know the same deal. The book can open up. You have to open up the spine just a little bit. If you keep this closed and you try to open the page here, you still can, but it might pop off some of the tiles on the corner. So just open it a little bit, and then we can open it like this. Ooh. So it's kind of obvious they chose the most iconic scene where Snow White is sleeping and the Prince Charming has to come along and kiss her. And that being said, probably one of the more simple books, but sometimes simple is okay. I really like the colors and the look of this thing. The green and the forest look goes really well with the whole white look of the book. And here's this side of the book I was telling you. It's all panels there. Nothing special about that. Kind of wish it was more bricked out, but maybe you can modify and do that yourself. That's the best part about this. You can use your own bricks and do what you want. So looking here, they try to make everything very greenery, very foresty. You do have some branches, the branches or flowers along the top. I think they were just trying to make it colorful. Could have been more like vines or more bushier to look like top of trees. But I mean, I kind of did that with the brown there on the side, the trim. I guess it's trying to make, I don't know. But still, it's a very pretty look. And along the bottom is all the little animals hanging around. Got a frog, a squirrel looking thing, rabbit, and another squirrel looking thing. They're all looking over Snow White. Got a couple mushrooms there and smaller trees in the front. And the tiles underneath the bed, underneath Snow White there, it's all prints, which is nice. And you probably noticed already along the top, there is a brick light. Brands are getting really stingy with lights now, so it's really hard to remove batteries on it. So if you're gonna order this from us, which is just, both sets are available, by the way, on Brickmeupscottie.com. Link is already in the description. A lot of you have been buying it, so thank you for your support. Yeah, so sometimes the courier, depending on what we use, the local post office or DHL, whatever, most of them are okay with batteries and light, but the post office is not, and it's like a cheaper way to ship things. So sometimes we have to take the batteries out. I've tried it a couple times on other orders, and sometimes the light will break. The wiring is like super thin, and they don't even want you to try to open it. But anyway, how important is that light brick? It's not that important, man. So if I open it up here to the other page, you know, it's all one setting. So you've seen everything already. There's nothing really special about like splitting it apart compared to the other books. So there's a better, closer look at that brick light. And at least you can see all the animals, the front of their faces, looking at Snow White there. And you can get your hand in much easier here to see Snow White. On the last page here, you got more greeneries on the side. And I like how everything fits in really good. Now this is what I'm talking about. This looks more like trees growing on the side. I wish they just did that on the front. Because now you got the long tree trunk going up. You got a couple birds there. They use a whip for one piece. I guess that's supposed to be like a dangling vine. And the top looks like it's coming off as a tree. Dear, I'm saying trees a lot, man. This is your kind of place.
Yes, Scottie. All this talk about trees makes me want to go pee. I want to go over there and find Snow White myself.
Here's what the bed looks like. The bed, right? Coffin. Here's what the coffin looks like without Snow White in it and without the prince there. So it's a little bit more plain. So it definitely makes up to have the characters just set in this set. Before we jump into the figures, let's look at the spines, the last part to see. So all the books, all the spines have something very special. This one, this one's actually really cool. I like this one quite a lot. Very dark and morbid. Where is the evil queen? Where is she, man? You know, the other set has 3 figures and we only get 2 in this one. I'm so disappointed there's no evil queen, damn it. But anyway, they made this section for her, which is amazing. Look at all that. Potions, more stickers. Oh, the apple is a print, by the way, and the pot is as well. I really like the look of that, how they have the pot boiling there, the poison going up. It looks like it's going into the apple. And if you notice down there, there is a red skeleton leg that's supposed to belong to the skeleton above. Who is that skeleton? He's jailed in there. But they tell you in the instructions that if you want to make it a full skeleton, you can just put the red leg on him. Well, that is really cool. I like that look. I like this room, the spine. It makes perfect sense. It's just missing the queen. I wish I would have had the queen up there instead. But that's cool, man. We got Snow White here. She actually looks really good, man. You know, I'm looking at these with my own eyes instead of my cameras. The camera shot we'll get later. You'll see imperfections from the cameras for sure. That can't be helped. I like her gold dress, the blue top. She looks really good. And her hair pieces, Pretty special, right? The ribbon going across, I thought that was really cool. Her face is kind of like the other figures. They're very anime looking. Now she does have two faces. She's got the happy face here, and she's got the sleeping face over here. You have a choice. Very nice, I like her. Then we have the prince, this Prince Charming. I'm getting these stories mixed up with Aurora's one. I have to admit, he looks very classy, he looks very cool. I really like the detail on him too, on the print. And even his pants, the scarf or the belt thing going down there. His shoulder has some details on it. The back, not so much. But anyway, I think the figures look very good on the set. And when you try to put the guy back in here, let's say I'm gonna put him back here. Look how tight that is, man. You can almost push the trees over. You might be like, oh, knock down timber. So yeah, that was a very tight squeeze, but they do fit inside, so gotta give them that. Easy to put there. Snow White, you can remain sleeping, because he ain't gonna wake you up. Let's look at the next book. Wekki's Little Match Girl, or they like to call it Little Girl Selling Matches. 506184. So this is the Little Match Girl. They actually got the name right on the book, but they changed it on the box. As far as I know though, fairy tales are like kind of free range, right? There's no copyright. Is there copyright on this one? I'm not quite sure. And thank you to those who commented and told me all about the story of the Match Girl, because I don't know anything about the story. I never grew up on her. I grew up on like every other fairy tale story except this one. Boy, this is the saddest freaking story I've ever read, man. It ain't a happy ending. It kind of is, but dude, yeah, don't be reading this one to your kids, man. It gives them the wrong impression. Right, dear?
But Scottie, it's just a fairy tale, like Santa Claus. Yes, kids, Santa Claus does exist. Don't worry.
What are you saying, dear? If you don't know the story about her, she basically gets her ass kicked by her dad, so she has to sell matches. She can't sell any because no one wants any. She sits herself in an alley, kind of like this one here, or stands here in this case, and she keeps lighting a match. Every time she lights a match, something warm happens, like she's in a warm environment, right? I'll stop there. If you want to hear more, keep watching the video. This one definitely has a holiday theme. Get it while you can before Christmas. Christmas probably already happened, man. Damn, I was trying to get more Christmas set videos out, but it's just been really hard. I love the colors of this book. It's my favorite. Sand green, man. You guys know I'm a sucker for sand green. The stickers, same deal as Snow White. They go on the rims and the title is a sticker. But the snowflakes and the tiles are actually, of all the snow pieces, are prints. Gotta give them that. And the color of the sticker actually almost matches the brick. They lucked out this time. So I actually quite like the whole vibe and feel of this. I like how the window kind of protrudes out. Snowflakes dropping down, and you got the match girl walking across. This could be the alley that she's going to be sitting down at later, or just walking by some random window and looking inside. You got the street lamp there, the barrel. Even the barrel has like printed snow look to it. Very magical and whimsical looking. I gotta admit, this one's actually pretty good. And you got the match girl there. Let's look at her while she's here on the front. The detail on her is really, really good. She's in her raggedy clothes. Don't forget, she's very poor. She's trying to make a living. I like her dress. The printing looks amazing. And she has a very worried look on her face. And she has a little cape on her. If you take the cape off, yes, she does have a little bit more printing on the back. The cape cloth material is totally fine. So keep that on. I like that. She only has a single face though, but, well, you'll see as we move along. I'll turn this to the side here. You got the latch here. Again, same deal. Sticker on those tiles. Easy to open and close the book. Come to the back here. And kind of like Snow White, yeah, it's a little bit of a letdown, like not that much going on here. For these books looking so good as they are, I kind of just wish that they had done more to the back here. It's quite minimum. You just got a window there. And it looks like a tiny little bell hanging down. And those stickers going all around the border and around the windows as well. Here's a look at the spine. Nothing to go crazy about. Very similar to the other ones in terms of design. Along the top, there is the bookmark again. Just like Snow White, I felt it was very, very weak. You just have a basket of the matches. I know that makes sense for the story, but I want to see something sticking out like grand. They should have made it like a big match. Would have been cool. They got these pieces in here that look like matches. You're going to lose those, man. And one more tile there with a sticker of the match. It's okay. It's nothing crazy. I kind of wish they just did more with the bookmark there. Are we ready? I'll open the first page and go. So you might want to, same deal, open the spine a little bit and go, wow. Okay, a lot of things going on here. First of all, very Christmas themed style. Very inviting, very warm to look at. I do not know if this is the little match girl's home or if this is from one of the matches that she lights up and she sees all the warm things around her. Cause you have a fireplace in the back there. So that's supposed to be one of the warming things, and the Christmas tree as well. And I like how the Christmas tree is kind of cut in half, so it's against the wall. They managed to fit a tree there. Present on the bottom there. Or a couple presents, I guess. That small one too. Little doggy. And a lounge chair, the chill, which you'll see on the second page much easier. Little stand there with a mug. And if you look along the top, probably the most complicated part of this build are those little tiny clouds. Why are they clouds? And who's the lady hanging down? So that is her grandma, and grandma keeps encouraging her to go out there and try to sell as many matches as she can, but she's always been a loving, supporting person to her, not like her dad. The match girl's like striking all the matches, right? And she's like seeing all these warm things, and she saw a shooting star, and she's like, oh no. Grandma said, when there's a shooting star, someone dies. So she lit a match and she saw her grandma. It's like, Grandma, did you die? Something like that. And then she's like, Grandma, I don't like it here. I want to join you too. So she keeps lighting all the matches that she has. She thinks she's going to get in trouble for doing it, but she doesn't care. The more she lights, the more warm and light she feels, until all of them were lit up. And she held her grandma's hand, and the grandma takes her up into the sky like that, going to heaven. And the worst part, the next morning, a light shines on her body, match girl's body on the alley. She died, man. What? She froze to death? What kind of story is that, dear?
What are you trying to make me cry? What the hell kind of story is that? No! She needs to come back! It's all just a dream!
There's no waking up from this, man. But anyway, that's why you have the clouds there, because grandma's already dead. She's reaching out to match girl going, come on, my little angel. We're gonna go to heaven together. And oh yes, the cloud does have a brick light. And I mentioned that the clouds were the most finicky parts. Everything might pop off on you. I'll try to open this page up here, and you can see or you can get to your hands to the light brick a lot easier. But I remember, man, they keep popping off, so you have to be a little careful. Do I have even batteries in this thing anymore? Oh, there we go. Whoa. I gotta admit, it looks really cool though. You know, I love the cloud design, the little stars there, but that is very tricky. Trying to get that gold ring, is that supposed to be a halo around grandma? Maybe that's supposed to be a halo, maybe it's supposed to be out, I'm not sure. I wasn't sure if it's supposed to be like a moon or something, but those might pop off on you because they're not really held down that well. Grandma is, she's just like hung in by the wall. And there's a better look at the chair and the sticker on the chair. And above the fireplace, those are printed books and the bear and the picture of grandma and match girl. So while it's very morbid and very dark, it is very cozy looking. I really like the look of this. And on this side here is a better look at match girl facing the window. And the window actually has curtains there. They've managed to fit that in. There's that half tree again. And there are some candles there along the top. Nice touch there. But again, you can kind of see like the panels along the top. At least it's more bricked on that bottom half of that first page. So we saw the little match girl on the outside. We get a second little match girl here. So you get 3 figures with the set. Evil Queen, I'm looking at you. Here she is, super happy, nice bright smile, lovely printing on the apron. She is wearing a little cape. When you do remove that little fabric cape, there is a little bit more printing on the backside too. Side by side, it's really cool to see like 2 opposites, one super bright, colorful and happy, and the other one that's going to die. Of course, we can't forget about Grandma in her PJs. I like the pink look for her. I don't know if this is the same printing as a Cinderella from the other sets. I don't think so though. But she does have printing along the front and also along the back. And she looks very happy too. She's just like your grandma. What do you think is in the spine? You guys take some guesses. Come on, guess. Something very dark, right? It's gotta be like another skeleton. The father with his belt ready to whip match girl. Or what do you think? You ready to see it? You think it's the alley? Let's see. What? Oh, it's pretty simple. It's a bench. I guess that's where she could be selling some matches. And a tree. I actually quite like how they put the little lantern there and the bird. Kind of adds more to it. And snow frost on the branches as it goes up. It is really simple though. Snow White wins for the spine. This one is more chill, more relaxed. You know, I don't know if that even relates to the story. I wonder what else they could have put there though. Maybe that was all they could think of. It is now the most unfortunate time to drop these things. It's gonna be like the last one. These are completely gonna shatter, but they are pretty fast to put back together. So which one's gonna shatter more? Snow White or the little match girl? Let's do this. Oh, damn, I knew it. Both lost at this game. At least little match girl's still standing. Time for me to put these together, and you guys can have a good laugh. So there you guys go. Speed things up. You don't need to do dimensions exactly the same as the other ones. You can see those in the other video. They're all pretty much the same height. Might be a little bit shorter or taller depending on the bookmark part. Amazing. Absolutely amazing. I love these, man. Even though this round is a little bit more simple, I don't know which one's my favorite, man. Like Beauty and the Beast, Aladdin, Alice. I want more. Send me more, Wekki. Let's do more of this fairy tale stuff. These are available on the store, Brickmeupscottie.com. You know, you're paying a little bit more, but you get stuff like this. You're not getting cheap-ass brick sets. Like AliExpress. I'm just kidding, man. Anyway, that was a lot of fun. It's time for me to move on and do more videos, right, dear?
That's right, Scottie. Change my face already. I don't want to be in a dark mood no more.
Okay, I'll change your face in the next video. So thank you so much for all the love and support. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll bring you guys more. Until next time, you guys, break me out! Oh. These are the last, fine. Anyway, now when I was gonna review the set a while ago, I could not find Snow White. I lost her. I'm like, dude, I can't find her in the office. And I realized I took my daughter here one day to help me in the office pack orders. And she's like playing with all the sets, and she saw this. Without telling me, she actually snatched it and packed it away. So I found it in my home. I'm like, did you take my Snow White? She's like, no, I didn't take it. Like, why is it here for? So I'm glad I found her. Or else I would have had to review the set without a Snow White.